But we do have some added gizmodity to this one. I'm fairly certain if we ignore him, he'll plot up there. He wants this pillow. That's what he's after. He might want to get in. Do you want to get in there? But he has taken to that pillow quite a lot recently. But I am gonna stick with the swearing a little bit, and just the whole just perceptions of me and people, and fucking false realities, basically. Seriously. So I was on a, what's it called? Managing aggression, I think it was called then, and it ended up being conflict resolution. But it was, it was very health and social care-y, because it had to be. But so we were given like some role play scenarios, and I was paired up with this woman who was about my age or a bit younger, something like that. Yeah, I was like mid-30s, she was like late 20s, 30s, whatever. She was all right. And the woman had said to us, like, make it as real as possible. And she did say, if anyone has any issues with being sort of shouted at or anything, if it's going to push any buttons for you, then don't take part in the exercise. And literally, I only swore at her once, right? And what was it? The scenario was that I'd been on holiday for 2 weeks, and I'd got back on the Monday, and there was stuff that should have been done last week, which I always used to do, and no one had done because they didn't have time, because I was on holiday and they just didn't have time to cover my tasks. And it was some stock cupboard had not been filled up, and all I said was, yeah, well, perhaps if someone had fucking ordered it. Well, no, I just thought that was being authentic as someone who's impatient and only thinking about their needs and all of that. It's like, I'm just back on fucking holiday. Mate, I was getting into character the way I saw it. It's like, it's basically fucking method acting. You want me to act like a loud, brash, over-opinionated, swearing, verbally aggressive person? I can manage that. So then there was this like feedback session afterwards, and she didn't look massively upset or anything like that. But I don't know if it was one of those where she was one of those people that just saw an opportunity and took it. Because as she's given the feedback, she then said, actually, I did find the swearing a bit, and looked right at me and basically sort of partially turned on me. That I had been in some way sort of, a little bit too aggressive. And I was thinking, you work in mental health. People get beaten up all the fucking time in mental health. People have all sorts of shit said to them. The place where I worked, it was not all the time, but because I did have a lot more sort of size, physical size, a lot of the blokes would be quite fucking aggressive to me. I had, people fucking slamming their fists on tables and that sort of shit at me. And, I was the healthcare practitioner, so I had to, remain professional and basically take abuse. The kind of swearing that is abusive because there's meaning behind it, and they're really trying to push your fucking buttons because they don't like you. And that was one of those occasions where I could see that it's like they were turning on me because of where they were at, and I was representing something to them that they didn't have yet and they wanted, and and it didn't bother me. So it's, that was where one of society's medicines worked, because I could depersonalise it because it was work, basically. But I also remember the course I was on, and I'm pretty sure I was the only bloke there. And what she said was, who do you think is the most likely person to get physically attacked? And I just went, me. And I'm not kidding you, if there was 30 women in there, like 25 heads, whipped around and went, no, and they're utter fucking total rigid disbelief. And they turned back round and the woman goes, he's right. I'm sorry, she apologised and said, I'm sorry, he's right. It's like, fucking, if that's not utter sexism. Anyway, don't get me started on that. Don't get me fucking started on that. But she said, I don't know why. And I said, do you want me to tell you why? And she went, okay. I said, well, if I've got a point to prove, what the hell have I got to gain from beating on a woman half my size? I want your top boy. I want fucking Charlie Big Spuds over there, one strutting around with the fucking, you know, flexing his biceps. I'll fucking take him down a peg or two. That's why. And I was also speaking from experience, because of my experience. You know, when there was aggressive situations, the best person to appease those was this really quite, what's the word, is it contrite? Little lady. And people didn't know what to do. And she was like, "Are you okay? Would you like to come and sit down?" It was just this titchy little lady, and she was really nice. Perfect. People wouldn't beat on her. It worked every time. But yeah, it was just that utter assumption that it's like, you know, no, aggressive men beat women up. That's what they do. It's like, really? No, they don't. There was a story about two nurses that I got told about from someone I worked with, and she said it was at this mental hospital, and these two guys, when they were on shift, people were saying, "Oh, thank God you two were here," and they had a bit of a reputation. They were both sort of muscly boys, looked similar, whatever. But then they started to look at the amount of aggressive incidents they were getting. It was always when them two were on shift, because they had a very get up and go attitude to when someone pitted, and they pulled their alarm and all the horns go off and everyone's got to come running because something's kicked off, and they'd be like sort of quite military about it, and so they always got picked on. But no one in that room would fucking entertain the possibility of it happening. You saw them like muttering to each other afterwards, thinking, "Oh my God, if that's not a false fucking reality, I don't know what is." Literally right in front of my face. It's like, no, you're not more likely to get attacked. You're not. You're more likely to appease the situation. That's the reality of it. But yet all of them believed that it was complete. They still weren't convinced. A lot of them still weren't convinced. But again, it was like the swearing. I was literally thinking, as this girl was talking about it, I was thinking, are you being fucking serious? Or are you just getting into character with the whole like vibe of the day that, you know, staff do get depressed when they have this and da 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 da. There's all that kind of shit going on. A lot of health and social care is very fucking namby-pamby. It really is. Because she didn't appear to be the sort of person who'd get offended by swearing, and it was like, I did sort of say to her, "I hope you, no, I didn't mean that." She said swear, and I swore once. I wasn't trying to be abusive. But I was being descriptive. If she had fucking ordered it, it would have fucking been there. That's not offensive. It's not offensive. I refuse to believe that is offensive. It can't be offensive, because if it was offensive, I would get offended, right? Like, if something's hot, it will burn me. That's because it's hot. If something's funny, I'm going to fucking laugh at it because it's funny. And if something's offensive, I'm going to get offended by it. I've not once really been offended by swearing. I just know it fucking happens. People fucking swear. There's, you know, I bet the amount of people that have said in sort of tribunals or like, you know, when people report each other for stuff and they say, and he swore at me, I bet you down the pub they say fucking this and fucking that. I bet they do. I remember swearing, what was it? I said, when I said let's fucking launch the place, the estate agent, he was really, he was quite sort of, I don't know, the sort of person who'd get shy when you fucking swear. And it was like, I asked the woman at the solicitor, I said, "Do you mind if I fucking swear?" And she was just like, she was one of the girls, she was like, "Of course not." She wouldn't give a fuck what I said. So I could talk like this in front of her, like as myself. That's why I will use that solicitors. It's mainly because of her, because she's like efficient. She keeps you in touch with what's going on, and she's like, yeah, I can just be myself. I don't have to put on this airs and graces fucking professional attitude that everyone seems to expect. It's fake. It's fake. I can't do fake. I can't do fake. But yeah, I'm told that all the shit that I'm feeling is fake. It's not. It's not. You're going to call it fake because you live in a fake world where everything's fake, so that's why you pronounce things as fake. You faker. But, oh my God, yeah, paradigms and expectations, I'm always on the wrong side of them. Always. whether it's fucking the temperature of my voice, the colour of my language, whatever's going on, there's something fucking wrong about it. So is it any wonder that I like just dive into that shit a lot of the time? I do what's expected of me. I don't like to disappoint. I think maybe I'm done now with the whole paradigms and whatever. Like I stopped making episodes of whatever it was called, Schizotypal Paradigms, because it was just, I don't know. I wanted it to be more about swearing. I fucking love swearing. I may have mentioned this, and you may have noticed that I do fucking swear. But yeah, I think I'm probably done for today. I might well be. I might not even publish this video. I say that one a lot too. I'm a dick.